Hey, what is going on, you guys? Today I've got an awesome unboxing for you. As you can tell, it's an AGV product. I've got a few videos coming out that I'm going to do comparisons to my older helmet and go from there. On the other side of the box here, it's just AGV, and on the back it has the other AGV symbol there. We'll spin it around. Now on the top here you have AGV, pretty plain box, and it just says AGV SBA, so Spain, and let's get into it. So we'll begin by opening it up. You just open up the flaps, that's what she said. So first off, you have the helmet itself here. Comes in the AGV bag, looks really nice. I love AGV products. It looks really quality, and I'm really happy with the AGV stuff. So first off, we'll slide that aside. Secondly, you get your instruction manuals. You get some padding. You get some like airflow, so you can put this over the top of the top vent. And I think you've got some triangle pads here if you don't use the headset or earplugs, I think it is. And you've also got some rails here down the bottom, so you can change how many increments your visor goes up and down, which is awesome. You can do like a micro increment. You get your AGV sticker, whichever one's there. So let's open up and have a quick look. So these are the two little triangle inserts you get. They insert on the side of the helmet, like around near the cheek piece, I'm pretty sure. And that's if you don't use it's either their AGV comm system, or I think it's like a sound system, like earbuds and stuff like that. That just infills that spot there, or you can choose to leave it out. You've got your AGV sticker. Set that aside. This here goes on the top vent. It's just a mesh. It stops the amount of airflow that comes into the helmet. Personally, with other AGVs I've had, I tend to leave that out because it doesn't make a massive difference, but it may be different with this helmet. Just my other AGV, I noticed that it didn't really matter if it was in or out. You also get a smaller little AGV sticker. Put that aside. So here's your different rails. So you got one that, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is going to be pretty close. Got one with like hardly any increments on it. It's like pretty much a lock down and a lock up. It's like a race position. You've got this one here that's got a lot of little micro, and excuse my fingers, I've been working on the bikes and stuff, so they are a bit dirty. You've got the little micro increments, but as you can see with this one, the blue ones, it's more like a race style. So you got fully down and fully up, and in between there's hardly anything there. Standard, you have the red ones, which is pretty good with increments. I will show you guys in a minute, but that was another reason why I actually got the AGV K5, because it's a little bit customizable. So here you've got some instruction manuals, some visors, and some Australian marketing warning, and what else have we got here? And a safety warning as well. So if you want to go shopping for different visors, I have got that one there, which is the tinted visor. I have that on my other helmet. So now let's get into the helmet. Let's get this out of the bag. Slide that out like so. This one here is the AGV K5 Deep. Now this has got the deep pattern on it. I myself, my bike matches this perfectly. I have the Yamaha R3, and it's the grey, so it has the grey with the red and the black, and it just matches the bike perfectly. That's why I decided to go for the K5. So on the side here you have K5, you have the nice accent, real fast sort of, it reminds me of a fast like Tron or Transformer sort of look. It looks really awesome flying towards the back. On the front here you have the real fast flow with the nice chin guard. This is like the Hawks, they class it like the Hawk's bill or the Hawk's beak or something like that sort of design. As you can tell on the side here, it's got a real aggressive look, real to like a hawk sort of beak, and it looks a lot like the Pista GPs and also the MotoGP style helmets, because the Pista GP and the MotoGP style helmet are slightly different, but it has that real aggressive look for a very affordable price, which is pretty cool. On here you've got your little demister, so you can flick that up and it just cracks the visor. Just cracks the visor slightly, like so. It's not much, but it's enough to get the airflow underneath the seal, and it helps with defogging of the helmet. And you've also got under here your chin vents as well. You can access those through the actual chin skirt here. The chin skirt itself is removable. I'm not going to remove it because I like it in there, and it's a bit of a pain to put all this stuff all in and out of the helmet with removing it. You got your visor here, so you have little increments, pretty much standard sort of increments. So you have all the way up, 1 notch down, and then it's sort of like free floating there, 2 notch down, and then fully shut. So that looks pretty cool. On the top of the helmet here you have 3 vents. So you have the center vent here, and you have your 2 eyebrow vents. The eyebrow vents just flick up like so. You will notice with wearing gloves with the AGV K5 though, and even the K3s, these eyebrow vents can be a little bit of a pain trying to flick them up with the gloves. Sometimes you just can't get your handle on them, and it's easy to do it like a set of traffic lights. When you're stopped, just quickly flick them up while you're on the traffic lights there. On the top here you have your major like air ram mount to get the massive amount of flow through the helmet. It has like 3 little increments, so you can see fully shut, slightly open, fully open, and then closed. So it has a few increments there on the top. If you don't want a massive amount of airflow flowing through the helmet, you can actually adjust it. Slight adjustment, not massive amounts, but slight adjustment. It all helps. As you spin it around to the back here, you have K5 there, you have the Australian certified, or in different countries it has DOT, or whatever your country has it as a certified. You have the exhaust vent too. I don't know what to sort of think of that. Personally, I think they should have just had it open all the time, but some people may not want it constantly open. They will want it shut, but personally I think I'll leave my one open all the time. You got your little diffuser, little fin. It's actually incorporated into the helmet on this one. On the K3 it is like a little add-on. It's a little skirt that sort of goes on the back, little diffuser that goes on the back. And yeah, with the K5 it is actually incorporated in the back, which looks pretty cool. It is a really aggressive looking helmet, like real fast looking helmet. Everything flows towards the back nicely, all on the top, and it looks like a little bit like robotic. So it looks pretty cool. On the left hand side of the helmet here, you will also notice it's got this little lever. So what I'll do is I'll flip up the visor here, and you can see if you push down on that, it puts down a sun visor. So this is where the SV comes from. So when you see K5 or K3 helmets, there'll be a K3 or a K5, and then there'll be a K5SV. So the SV stands for sun visor. It is a good addition. Personally, I don't really use them that much. I prefer the tinted visor over the sun visor, just because the tinted visor is a complete black, and you're not having to trying to look around this thing all the time and trying to fiddle with it on the side. It is easy to get to, but sometimes it can become a little bit of a pain trying to actually flip this visor up and down when you're in the middle of doing something on the road. So I prefer just tinted visor. You just flip that down. So this one here is the medium small, and it fits me perfectly. Normally the medium larges actually fit me a lot better. But when I tried on the K5, the medium small just fit perfect. It felt like it was tailor-made for my head. So that's why I decided to go the actual medium small. Also with the K5, it has a spot. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Just a little bit of light on the subject. As you can see in there, it has a spot for your glasses. This little part here. So for those guys that actually wear glasses, apparently it actually slots in there without really gouging into the side of your head. So it's a lot softer that part there where it says glasses, so you can actually wear glasses while you're riding, and it makes it a lot better. The seal around here is a pretty good seal. It seems to work alright. I'm still yet to test it out on the street and actually see how it is on the street, but I've tried other AGV helmets with this seal and it seems to work pretty good. But I'll give you a rundown of the K5 later on down the track and let you know my thoughts on it after wearing it for quite some time. So comes standard with the clear visor. Like I said, you can actually change this out. This one will not interchange with my other helmet because my other helmet is a medium L or it's a large. It's one of the two. The way AGV do their visors, I think it's small to all the way up to medium small, and then it's medium to like extra large to XL or something is the visor sizes. So when you have the medium smalls, you can put the other visors on, like the medium larges and stuff on it, but they don't seal properly. They won't seal properly around the actual around the front here. It has like a tiny little gap, and that little gap is enough to cause whistling, and it will just annoy the hell out of you. So you just go and get another visor, which I'm going to do. So what the actual helmet looks like structurally, it's got the Hawk's bill here. As you can tell, real nice looking graphics, like I said earlier, and this is actually made out of a carbon fiber deposit, so it is a lot lighter and a lot stronger than my other helmet, which my other helmet's a K3, which that is a polycarbonate, I think, polycarbonate shell, which is a little bit heavier and creates a little bit more noise than what the AGV K5 does. Underneath here you have the double D-rings. The double D-ring straps, I prefer them over the ratchet strap of my K3. My K3's ratchet strap, yeah, I'm not too happy with that. It does the job, but you can't go past the double D-ring. My old saying is pretty much, if MotoGP riders are still using the double D-ring and racers still swear by the double D-ring, that's the way to go. Otherwise they would have moved on to the ratchet straps. But personally, this is safer. So inside the helmet is pretty plush. It is really nice. It's a nice firm fitting helmet and I quite like it. The chin skirt as well makes a massive difference. There is a cutout there. I don't know if you can see, but there's actually a cutout there so you can get into the vent in the front. So you can get into the vent in the front here. As you pull that down, you can, as I flick that down, you can see there's the two vents in the front. They create quite a lot of airflow, which is pretty good. And it doesn't really annoy you too much, so that creates a lot of airflow. You can use that to demist the helmet, because I know my K3 tends to fog up a lot, especially on those cool sort of mornings. And the eyebrow and the ram mount and the top, they normally give adequate amount of airflow as well. When it comes to changing the visor is super easy. You just pull down on that, it unclips, and then you just pull it out like so. You do that on both sides and you can interchange the visor. Now reversal of that is literally you got to line it up and sit it into its notch up there, and then you just push down. But that is it there. So this is what it will look like with the tinted visor if you actually do want to go the tinted visor route. The helmet actually sits there quite nice as well. It's got like a flat spot there and on the back. But this is what it'll look like with the tinted visor. This was off my other helmet, so if you close, it sounds like it seals and it closes fine, but there is a slight gap in the front there. So I will have to end up getting another visor. I may be able to just run around with this one on it for the time being, because that looks awesome. Like, look at how awesome that looks with the tinted visor, and it makes a world of difference. But I'll take it out and just see what it's like with the two visors, with the clear and with the tinted, and if it whistles and carries on a lot, I will actually go and get another visor for it, which I'll probably end up doing anyway. But yeah, so this is the AGV GT2 tinted visor. If you actually want to get one of those, I don't know if it's going to show up, but it is written on the side of it there. It is really good as well. So anyway guys, this concludes my unboxing and mini review of the AGV K5. Let's test this thing out. Let's see how it goes. Also guys, if you like the video, give it a huge thumbs up. Go ham on it. It means a lot to me. If you're thinking about getting one, you've just got a few questions, you want to know, you're unsure, feel free, shoot it down in the comment section. I'm more than happy to try and help you guys out. Smack that subscribe button guys, you stay up to date with all my latest videos. And apparently at the moment YouTube's been a little bit funny, so also smack that bell notification button that's right next to that subscribe button to make damn sure you keep up to date with all my latest videos. Alright guys, until next time, peace.